in a sec.
All right. So, welcome back. We get to play D&D tonight. That's fun.
Yes.
New camera, old shirt, same shirt. So you can
Always the same shirt.
always the same
I'm gonna
shirt.
be upset
No.
when it changes.
New camera, who dis?
New camera, who dis? So at the end of last session, you all stumbled into the Lord of the Deep's lair, and it turns out the Lord of the Deep is a humongous and old sapphire dragon who collects rare and powerful and unique weaponry and knowledge. The dragon does possess the Vorpal sword that you are all looking for to cut Glepnir's bond, or cut the bond called Glepnir to free Fenrir, but he will only trade it if you acquire Thor's hammer and return it to the dragon. To help with this, the dragon provided you gauntlets of ogre strength and a belt of fire giant strength, and 2 rainbow rocks, which can be used to travel to Asgard and back.
I'm guessing when we use it, it goes away.
You can ask the dragon.
I feel like that's why he gave us 2.
I would like to see if Ed just knows this.
Okay.
I would also like to say that I like the look of the map. Last week when we played on it, for me the floor was white.
Oh,
Ooh.
it didn't load for you?
No, the floor did not load. So I was just like, oh, I see rocks everywhere, and ooh, these blue swirly things. And everyone else is like, oh, the floor and water and stuff. And I'm like, yeah.
I worked hard on the map. Well, feel free to explore it while you guys continue to talk or whatever. I want you to enjoy.
Well, like the piano and like the weapon racks and stuff all popped up there.
Ed, yes, to you it makes sense that these are one-use access to the Bifrost. But you are all still in the Lord of the Deep's lair, as he just casually is just laying on top of the crystals, his long tail extruding out through the back of that hallway and actually is floating back into the water. And you can hear it swish around occasionally as he readjusts.
I got nothing.
Well, I suppose we should be on our way.
Yes, enjoy your travels, and I look forward to becoming into possession to Thor's hammer.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
And just to confirm, we learned this last session, I believe. The rock that brings us back just brings us back to some place, but not here because it's warded, right?
Right. It also can't bring us back to the town above us because it's also warded.
Right.
Any known teleportation circle that you have access to. Or a random place on the plane, if you are aware of it.
Like that town outside of the dwarf town.
Yeah.
Just outside of Sodring.
It follows the teleportation rules at that point.
Gotcha.
Because you have no idea on how the Bifrost works.
like to roll a brilliant academic die for that.
I
Go
know
ahead.
someone who does know how it works. We should go talk to them about it.
We need to talk to Professor Oak.
Yes.
Professor Oak?
Unfortunately, he's too busy with Ash's mom.
The Bifrost.
Got him.
A rock type Pokemon. No, that would definitely be an ice type.
I totally thought she was a Mr. Mime kind of girl, so.
I believe she had a Mr. Mime and one of the and one of the nuance.
And,
well,
and
yeah,
Mr. Mime was a little handsy.
Ash is currently
Oh.
using that Mr. Mime in the latest Pokemon series.
See?
It's part of his lineup.
Interesting.
He's in a. It's weird. It hasn't aired in the on American.
Oh, you're talking about
channels
the
yet.
Champions
Yeah,
series thing?
It's a champion of champions, so I think he's technically a Pokemon master now. Like this 10-year-old who's been doing Pokemon for 20 years is finally a Pokemon master.
Every employer's dream.
Yeah.
10 years old with 20 years of experience.
There we go.
Oh, fuck.
It's funny because it's true.
Oh, man.
Okay, so we need to leave here on foot. We need to leave here on foot, and head out. I think we need to do some research on our target, and then we can do what we need to do from there. I think research right now is the most important.
Okay.
Yes. Definitely need to do some research on
Not looking at the mirror, trying to leave.
This.
All right.
What about the mirror?
There's a mirror at the entrance of this lair.
Yes, don't look at it.
No, we already flipped it toward the wall.
It slowly
It flipped
rotated
itself back.
Oh.
Leaving the lair and taking the few days' journey back into Sodring, there are no issues as you return into the depths of the mines of Sodring.
Now, if only we could find our friend Mesium. We have a few questions.
Alright, venturing up using the various elevators and stairs to the top, where you find Mimir, known as Mesium, looking after the polar bear. Ah, you all are back!
Yes. Are you familiar with the Lord of the Deep?
No, not at all. Lord of the Deep, nope.
Okay,
It's
well,
a sapphire dragon.
it appears he's a collector of all things war.
A sapphire dragon? Well, that's quite interesting. By the way, that's Mimir.
Yes. I'm going to look around. Like, shadily, right? Like,
Now that I know what you want for his face, I'm totally gonna put him on Bender. I'll be back.
Okay.
so I'm
Actually, just give him the original file that you found.
You can. I don't know if I have the. Let me look if I know I got it off Google. Let me see if I have it.
Like we keep
It was
building
it
like
was
more
number
and more
7
elaborate.
search on Google, I'm sure.
We keep building like more and more elaborate like robots. By the end of this campaign, it's just Gundam Wing. Like we're all just like piloting giant robots and fighting.
It's gonna be
fighting
Gurren
space.
No, it's gonna be Voltron. I'm gonna be the left leg.
It's just gonna be Gundam versus Attack on Titan.
It'll be
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann when they're literally like running across space, jumping from planet to planet, and the planets are only like this big compared to their robot's feet.
Callum's definitely gonna be the head because he just can't help but talk.
The only thing bigger than
Just-
the
I
robots
have
in
to
Gurren
talk.
Lagann are the
Yeah,
boobs.
I have the original. Let me give you the original.
robot boobs. Yes, so I do one of these things where I look around and I'm like, Mimir, this dragon wants. He's a collector of all things war, and he wants Thor's hammer.
Oh, that would be an issue. It's been stolen quite a few times already. It keeps it closer ever since.
Yeah. What are the chances we could have Thor give it to him, if you know what I mean?
I don't understand what you mean.
If we told Thor that the dragon wanted his stuff, would Thor kill the dragon so we could have what we need?
It depends on Thor's mood. If he goes into a drunken rage, he may go seek out the dragon, but the dragon is way more intelligent than Thor. Thor is quite a brute, and I doubt the dragon would stick around
Seems
to
like
be...
a long way for Thor to have to walk.
Well, let's say, for example, we have a way to get him really, really close to where this dragon is instantly, and we were to convince him to come with us to find it.
I mean, you would have to find Thor and talk to him, which means you'd have to go to Asgard or maybe Jotunheim if Thor's busy, like, hunting more giants, and then you would have to convince him to come here. I mean, there's a lot of ifs, I think, in your plan.
Yes.
What about if we use this to get there? And I show him the rainbow stone.
You found a Bifrost stone.
We have two.
Oh, interesting. The Bifrost will allow you to travel, but if the lair is warded or such, then it would not work.
Well, what we were thinking is maybe we can convince him to give it to us in a way, maybe challenge him in some way. This was something that came up, no, guys?
Yeah,
Yes.
Guys,
like
hold on.
a gamble.
We have 2 keys, but we don't need to use both of them because I keep wanting to call him mycelium, and I know that's
Mycelium, Mesium. I said it
Mesium.
twice this session.
I know.
I'm the only one who remembers the
My
goddamn name.
brain just refuses to accept that. Mesium can also use the Bifrost to get us to Asgard.
Which, doing so, if I call upon the Bifrost, Heimdall will, of course, see me and report my whereabouts to Odin.
Which we do not want.
But what if we use ours, and you come with us? Would that alert them?
I don't actually know.
What's the risk if they know?
Then Heimdall reports my whereabouts to Odin, and Odin reclaims my head for me to be his advisor for all eternity until I am stolen again from him. And he may or may not kill you as thieves.
I guess the question I need to ask you is, do you want to go back?
Not really, no. As Asgard is under the divine watch of the gods, they have complete control over the realm. Mostly Odin and Tyr pay attention, but also Frigga. Frigga would not mind my presence so much, but if Odin became aware of my presence in Asgard, I would not be able to escape him.
Does Ed know a way to talk to someone in between planes so we can have a radio to talk to him while we're there?
There are spells to do so. Contact other planes. Sending is capable, but has a chance of failure.
But he would also need to know it to contact us, right?
No, it would allow you to contact him and he could answer.
Is that a cantrip or is that a spell?
It's a
Spell.
Third level spell.
Third level spell sending.
Alright.
I think 5th is.
We won't be able to
contact.
buy that here, right? Because they're anti-magic.
I have it.
Can we
As
just
do
kind
I.
of as a group, out of character, figure out what stuff we need to do and in what importance is that stuff that needs to be done? Because I know that we have a few things in like the next month of game time that we're trying to accomplish.
Obviously, I think all of the side quests that Callum has are the most important. So I hope you've got those logged up.
They're clearly not.
While you've all been gone, the weather has begun to change. It is now winter. I can
Yes.
feel it.
Wait, how long have we been gone?
Oh, almost a week. But we were towards the end of fall. But it's now the 3rd of Cilium.
Winter solstice.
It is.
Can't, when we come out of the Bifrost, go anywhere we want? We could go to finish your pilgrimage after we do Mjolnir.
No, I cannot.
If you just can't use... You can't use the abilities of the church. This is not of the church.
No, I cannot teleport to the church in any way.
Can Ed do a history check? Because I'm fairly certain that that's not the case. I thought it was as long as he didn't use the church to teleport there.
You can roll a history check.
But also the rock is teleportation rules, so there's like a 75% chance that we would fuck it up and land somewhere not correct.
Would we have an idea of how long this ritual takes to complete? Because I feel like if we're gonna start doing these major things where people might start coming and looking for us, that we don't want to stay in a location for too particularly long.
You remember that he is not allowed to use any temple services to fulfill his pilgrimage.
I will,
including their teleportation circles.
But the Bifrost is not their teleportation circle, and I will remind him of that.
Right, but we don't have to teleport to their teleportation circle. We could use one that was like...
I thought with the Bifrost we can go anywhere we want. It's not a teleportation circle. We can just be like, I want to be at that church. We're there.
You know, it works off teleportation, like teleportation rules, like the spell teleport. So you have to be familiar, like firsthand knowledge, like familiar with the place for it to super succeed. Otherwise, there's a big chance that it'll mess up.
So we could always teleport. Could always use the Bifrost to go back to Easternay, and then, like we were planning on doing before, take the ship down to do that.
Where do we need to go again?
I'm just trying to make sure that
over here, right?
We're able to.
I could control the circle.
Oh, you're from that area, Frost?
Yes.
Okay, well, then that makes things significantly easier. But to answer everyone's question, we have 1 month and 2 days. Or rather, I have 1 month and 2 days.
Very good. So, Mesium, if it were you performing a heist to steal Mjolnir, hypothetically, how would you do it?
Well, I wouldn't, of course, steal Mjolnir. I do not possess the strength to do so, not even when I was in my full form. However, it was stolen by Jotun in the past, right as under where Thor slept. He would get himself into a drunken stupor, and he would awake to find his hammer gone. Also, Loki also manipulated others to steal the hammer occasionally, or he would just misplace it.
I look at Jorn and say, how's your alcohol tolerance?
It's been better.
And then I look to Frost and say, hope you've been using that mug.
But yes, while the deities are extremely powerful and stuff, they are still very much mortal outside of Asgard, and thus require rest, just as they were you.
Yes, of course.
Well, I guess first things first. How would you find where he is currently?
I would start with his home, which is Thrudheim. That's his hold on Asgard, where him and his wife Sif feast, hold visitors, and enjoy other activities.
Oh, yes, of course. Other activities.
Yes, once Loki snuck in there and removed Sif's hair.
Oh, all of it.
And oh yes, absolutely, and it was not able to grow back, which is actually how Thor became into possession of Mjolnir. As Thor threatened to destroy Loki unless he found a replacement, and to do that, Loki went to go trick the dwarves, and they had him craft gifts for the gods. One of being having to be the finest hair in the realm.
So
Mjolnir,
she wears a weave.
Mjolnir was one of the other gifts that were given to the gods, and therefore Thor got Mjolnir and was able to use it to destroy most of the Jotuns, while Sif got new hair.
Yes.
Seems like a really weird deal.
I mean, Loki fucked a horse and gave birth to a horse.
Oh, that's a very interesting thing. Is Asgard is protected by a wall, and Odin's horse Sleipnir, six-legged creature, very interesting. The only reason Odin came into such a powerful steed is Sleipnir is also one of Loki's offsprings. As a Jotun had disguised themselves and were tricking the Asgardians, the Aesir, about building a wall. They had a gamble, and the Jotun was winning the gamble, saying that they could build the wall in almost an impossible time frame. Near the end of the construction, the Aesir became very, very concerned for their well-being because they didn't believe this creature could perform such task. So Loki, having arranged the deal, was threatened by Odin to resolve it, in which case Loki shape-changed themselves into a female horse and became impregnated by the Jotun's horse, which made him unable to complete the wall in time, winning the gamble for the Aesir.
Oh.
And in turn, a few months later, Loki returns with a gift for Odin, Sleipnir.
Pregnant men.
Well, technically, yes, but no.
Yes, Loki is often known to change their sex at whenever suitable for them.
Very interesting. Well, I suppose we are off to... unfortunately, try to steal Mjolnir.
I'm going to check his home, his hold. See if he's there. If he's not there, find out where he is.
Best of luck to you all. Are you taking the polar bear with you, or should I take it? I guess I can go back to Monsanto and receive the airship for you all. In case you're not
Perfect.
back within a month.
Yes, that would be great, in fact.
Full disclosure, forgot we bought an airship.
What?
I
We
did
spent
completely
half a
forgot.
session
I was
on
gonna say
the
that was like
airship.
a whole session on an airship. How did you
Yeah,
forget?
no, I just forgot. I don't know.
All right, very well. Then I will escort the polar bear and myself back to Monsanto and receive the airship. Is there anywhere you would like me to take it? To rendezvous with you when you shall arrive.
I did not mean to press turn undead.
Burator?
Well, I look to Frost and say, where would we go from there? Where would we teleport to from your knowledge, Frost?
Oh god, you're asking me to think back.
Tell me that noise was in character. That's canon. Frost makes noises like that when he's thinking.
I mean, what
It's the
are our
gears in his
most
head turning.
Yeah.
what are our most
He's actually our
likely
first
places
automaton.
we're gonna come back out of Asgard to?
Can't remember. It'll be on this island.
Right, but if we can't go there, then if we get this done in a day, are we gonna go wait at the?
No, correct. So if we get it
month?
done in a day or two, right, we could go anywhere we wanted. We could come back. We could go to Burator, come back there, go to Sodring, and do that whole thing, right?
Yes.
If that is not the case, I think we would probably, if we were getting close, Vicus would personally say that we split, one group, take the hammer back, however possible, while I stay back. Everybody else but me could go, right? But I would have to be there on that island and go to the temple.
So yeah, we'll tell Mesium that to meet us in Burator, unless it's past 3 weeks, then sail for those southern or western islands, and meet us. Do we know anything about Mishima Tower? Mishima?
Well, I think it's down here, closer to Meyer and Lockvik.
Okay, so if we're not back in 3 weeks, then he should go ahead and fly to Meyer and meet us there.
Yep. If the airship is finished, take the airship to Meyer with the captain and the guard.
I think it's pronounced Mir, but sure.
Well, yes, Mir. Yes.
Do we know how long it would take the airship to travel from Monsanto to Mir?
Oh, let's just ask them. Do we have the bots yet? We could always ask them. The navigator would just know off the top of its
I feel like if we knew how fast it could travel, it would be simple arithmetics.
By my rough calculation, it would probably take about 11 days.
Just to keep that in mind.
I like how we've made Mimir a DMPC.
Mimir has become Google. No.
It's more
Ask
like
Jeeves.
Yeah, I was going to say he's more like Ask Jeeves.
Since it's the design seemed to be based on Freyr's airship, it seems to be going at roughly the same speed, though Freyr's airship is much larger and much more capable.
So, meet us. Well, I guess we have sending, so we can just let him know. So, but should we have? Okay, so he goes. How long until the airship's done now?
It's still about 2 weeks, I believe.
Okay.
So we would have enough time if we waited for the airship to be done to take the airship there.
Well, as long as it doesn't take us too long to get the hammer.
Right.
But if it takes us, if it's short, we need to go to Burator.
But we really need the bots too. How far are they out? They're probably farther out.
If they were gonna be ready, like they would already be in Monsanto because we paid for like teleportation fees and stuff like that, and to like Uber Rush delivery.
Yeah, the airship lady is actually taking delivery of them. I don't remember how long they were, but because we don't want to be stuck, we don't want to be stuck on the material plane just holding Mjolnir for weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the airship gives us, is we can go anywhere at that point.
Right.
Well, yes, you ordered your captain to be almost delivered instantly, so he begins his training to learn how to fly the ships. But the guard it needed more manufacturing time because of the customization, but which should be delivered around the same time that the airship was delivered.
Excellent.
So if we're done with this, with stealing Mjolnir within a week, we should TP to Burator and deliver it post haste. And if it takes us longer than like 2.5 weeks or whatever, to give us some wiggle room, then we just go to Mir.
Yep.
But we don't know yet, so yeah, we just we'll have to play that one by ear. But we can send our Mesium a sending message once we get back. Say, hey, like, correct course, depending on if it's even done yet or not. So that's not really a problem.
Indeed. Well, I suppose it is time to give it a shot.
Yeah, one more question. Does Thor have a way to magically, like, locate where his hammer is at all times?
No, Thor's not smart enough for that. Unless Odin's put an enchantment on it for him losing it so much, but I'm not sure if that's the case either. As, Odin doesn't babysit the other deities.
Yes.
So, no, but he will be absolutely looking for it and enlisting the help of anybody that he can to do so.
Right, of course.
One time when the Jotuns originally stole it, the first time it was stolen, they would only give it back if they ended up marrying one of the Aesir. One of the Jotuns wanted an Aesir wife. Thor dressed up as the Aesir wife and tricked the Jotuns and went to the wedding. And once he received the hammer back and everything, he massacred them all.
Perfect.
Again, Loki's idea on how to get the hammer back, since it was his subterfuge that led the Jotuns to steal it in the first place.
You are a wealth of information.
I am long-lived, and I have witnessed quite a bit. I also drank from the pool of wisdom.
Oh.
So, if I was interested in drinking from said pool...
Ed side quest.
You can find the roots of Yggdrasil and see if they're If you can find the pool yourselves and try to take a sip.
We're doing that.
Odin once actually hung himself for 9 days after stabbing himself with his own spear above the pool. It was after Helheim threw him back out, refusing to keep him, where he returned to his mortal body and finally was able to take a sip from the pool to gain increased wisdom. But it was never enough for him, which is why he kept me around.
Oh, very interesting. Well, that seems like a good idea. Perhaps, Ed, we could look for Yggdrasil.
Well,
it's the big tree.
It's the tree that holds all of the realms together. You just need to go find the roots of it.
Yes, right. That's what I meant. I said what I didn't mean.
But I assume that you don't want to take the polar bear to Asgard with you all.
Certainly not.
No?
I will tell
Maybe
you.
we meet you at Monsanto?
I will go to Monsanto and await to the airship, and once I have receipt of the airship, I will await your message on where to take it, if anywhere else.
Perfect.
And we will use sending if we have any questions along the way, if that's okay with you.
Yes, perfectly fine.
I cannot say how grateful we are to have found you at that tower, Mimir.
I was tired of being kept in the box.
As I can imagine so. Well, I cannot thank you enough for staying with us for this brief amount of time, and I certainly hope that I do get to see you again.
I do so
Provided-
as well. You are a very odd bunch, but I have grown to enjoy your company, at least in short bursts.
That's all we can hope for.
Well, if there's anything we can do to further accommodate you, let us know.
You've all given me the ability to walk again, which is nice.
Provided we do not get smashed by Thor and his hammer, we shall see you shortly.
Yeah. Yes. Enjoy your time in Asgard.
I am both excited and terrified.
That's about right.
So I have a mechanics question. If we put a teleportation circle on our airship, would that work?
Yes. You would have
We have to do it every day for a year.
But
Or
we pay
cast
someone
wish.
to do that.
We
We pay
could.
someone to do that.
Or you cast wish to just wish for.
Okay, let's take a step back for a second and imagine the person that is their job to make teleportation circles.
One time. For every day that's 3, let's just say it's an Earth year, right? You cast this ritual spell 365 times a year, right?
You can cast it multiple times per day, so if you have higher level spell slots, you can kind of buy back your time.
What's the cast time on teleportation circle? What's the
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Talk about the best fucking job ever, right? You maybe
30
work
minutes a day.
you work like 30, 40 minutes a day for a year.
And then you're
Best
murdered
job.
afterwards because you know the sigils to the teleportation circle.
Look, not these employers.
You're not going to find somebody whose job is to make teleportation circles, because that person's going to know every teleportation circle that they've made. That makes them hugely invaluable.
Still, best job ever.
So unless you're like wiping their mind every day, like, oh look, you see these sigils? I need you to make these sigils and then come see me afterwards, and then you wipe their mind every day. So that way they can never remember the sigils.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't care if that one person knows the sigils, though. Do I?
Till your enemies get a hold of that one person.
That's why we just employ them. They become an airship crewman after that.
Sure.
Hey, what were we paying you? All right,
How
Hashtag
much,
pay you back.
how much does a
Retainer.
how much does a Warforge with 5th level spell slots cost?
Not how it works.
Wait.
I mean, could, technically.
Doesn't Mimir have spell slots?
You haven't asked them.
Mimir, do you know how to cast teleportation circle?
Not exactly.
That's a weird answer.
He has like plane shift at will, so he never has to use it.
That would be correct. I can summon the Bifrost at my leisure.
See, we're trying to come up with a way.
Well, after we get this, this whole thing done, I can just do it.
But I will go ahead and take the bear and myself back to Monsanto. Safe travels.
Thank you. Ed, I believe you have the magic rainbow rocks.
I do. Are you ready?
I am ready. It took us a while to get back, right?
It took you about 3 days getting up from Lord of the Deep up to into the upper tiers of Sodring. So as soon as you step outside of the mountain, you'll be able to call upon the Bifrost.
Gotcha. So I would, in theory, be able to change my spells, my prepared spells.
Yes. Change whatever spell slots you want now. You will not be able to do it later. Unless you long rest. And make sure you all hit long rest as well.
I would just like to point out that it should not take 9 minutes on hold to reach somebody about why your pizza wasn't delivered.
Hey, I waited on hold for 90 minutes just to try to get gas service at my house and then gave up and sent them an email instead. They said 3 days. It took 11. Richmond Gas Works.
I called up a company and I was like, hey, I need a 100 or a 50-gallon propane tank installed. It's like, oh yeah, we'll give you the propane tank and install it for free. You just pay for the gas when you need it. They were out here like the next day.
Yeah, but this is natty gas. It's a little pipey boy to my
Yeah,
house.
mine's propane.
Yeah, that shit's too expensive for me.
I guess my fireplace is also a natural gas fireplace. I think you could use both.
Oh my god, look at this thing. I'm just gonna put it in the game chat. I'll put it in Discord chat. That's the more appropriate play here. That thing popped up in my inbox. Oh. Completely. It's like the most,
Starting bid $5,000? Fuck that. That's 5 lightsabers.
Dude, that thing is so cool, though.
It is really cool. Too bad it's not Norse theme. It's Greek.
I know. I just thought it was pretty.
It is pretty. You see this?
I prefer function over pretty when it comes to my firearms, but
It's a 1911. It's gonna be pretty functional.
I've been itching. I might go. Oh wait, I need to get my license fixed first because I moved. Damn it. Let me show you. I'll show you and Lauren what I ordered. And this is not a neutral color, though. I think it'll work.
This is
I
what
like it.
Paul's getting. Yep, Lauren says it's nice. Yeah, that'll also help with the sound.
Yeah.
Alright, so David,
we've got
are
a
you
lot
going
of
to turn your
ones
camera
coming.
back on?
Yes.
All right. If
Alright.
everyone's stopping, I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick.
Oh, I just speaking of firearms, I just bought an AKV from
nice.
Palmetto State. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
You're all buying firearms, I'm buying lightsabers.
One of these
Hey,
are
man.
practical. One of them is not.
It's pretty practical when I have 2 kids I can beat them up with, legally.
You can
Yes.
beat them legally with an AKV.
No, you cannot.
Probably is just as bad.
One is hurt with the toy, another one is hurt with a deadly weapon. Go make a drink so we can.
All right, I'm gonna go get. Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink. If you guys want to do something for a minute, do it.
I'm still trying to get a hold of a Savage MSR 2.0, the Recon, in 5.56 for less than $2,000.
Depending on what my bonus is, I might buy you another firearm. I'll see.
I just bought a crib.
Oh, you bought a crib?
Yo.
Nice, dude.
While I was sitting here.
Nice.
At least that's what my wife told me as I bought a crib.
Is it one of the... Oh, she actually... Is it the ones that convert to like a toddler bed afterward?
Yeah, well, it comes with rails. So we have a... When I was in high school, I built a full-size bed.
Mm-hmm.
And so the toddler bed comes with safety rails. So you can take the safety rails and convert the full-size bed into a child-safe bed.
Yeah. My 2-year-old's going to be turning 3 this year, and I'm thinking about getting a bunk bed for the boys. I'm a little nervous about it, because they say that you're like the youngest child for the bunk bed should be 5.
Oh,
But I'm
yeah.
thinking if we get one that has like a ladder that folds up, so that way the youngest one can't climb to the top, it'd be fine. So like the oldest one would be on the top, he comes down, I fold up the ladder or whatever, and so that way it's safe.
Yeah.
Lauren's over
Kids
here cringing.
bounce.
Either that,
They
I get like a 2 twin size bed or something and put them in the same room and make the other room a playroom. Because they go to bed at the same time, so I'd rather have like one room where they just have all their clothes and shit, and another room where they have all their toys and shit.
I don't have to worry about all that.
Ooh,
We're only having one, so.
Nice.
But kids bounce. They'll be fine.
Look, that's Paul's South Richmond defense weapon.
Mine's shorter.
Is it?
Yeah, it's got a 9-inch barrel.
What's full length?
They're shifties.
I'd have to look at the paperwork. I don't know, off the top of my head. Like, probably 24 inches.
Mine's shorter.
I see what happened. We're good now.
Alright.
Alright, my distraction is completed.
Who is... Oh, there's Tim's. Tim's has 2.
It's really hard to do that with an offhand. That really made my brain short circuit for a second. I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
Lauren's telling everyone that they need to put their heat away. But
That's my FN, my FN and my SIG.
David's probably going to get his.
That's exactly where David went.
I looked at parody pictures of AKVs and I was like, go play with mine.
Yeah, I needed a gun that was 19 inches overall length, like folded, to fit in I have a Vertex commuter bag.
Yeah.
And right now I have a Sub 2000 in there that I carry around, but I wanted something that didn't take 10 years to deploy. So I went ahead and got the AKV. It came with an awesome deal. So it came with 10 of the Scorpion mags and a gun case for free.
Nice.
So I wrapped up 3 SBRs, an AOW shotgun, and a whole bunch of shit in one little duffel bag. I'm sitting there walking with it because I was moving stuff from my old house to my new one today.
Here's David's.
Oh, that's cute. You're muted. Is it a Canic? Or is it an M&P?
I think it's an M&P.
It is M&P 2.0 with
Okay.
a...
When it hadn't focused yet, it kind of looked like one. Yeah. Fancy.
With a Venom.
Nice.
Man, that just makes my like baseline Glock 26 look like a piece of shit.
All right.
All right, sorry.
If we're done showing off,
Look,
Guns,
I wanted
guns,
to go
guns.
my peen. I need to make sure that my E-peen was big enough for everyone.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, on the bright side, I today found out I had one more firearm than I thought I did.
When you have so many
Something
firearms,
out
you don't
the
know how
safe.
many you actually have.
I was emptying out the safe and I was like, where the fuck did this AR-15 come from? I don't remember this. Is this yours? No. Oh. Okay.
That means it's mine. I bought
Yes. She was like, I think you bought that for me.
No, I think you were holding on that for me, Paul.
this. Yeah.
No, it's in the safe now. Good luck getting it out, is all I gotta say.
I'll just tell lockpicking lawyer what your safe is, and he'll have a video out in no time.
I don't know if he'd be able to do... I'm gonna have to look it up and see.
Most safes can be picked. Alright, you all walk out of the Sodring. It is about mid-afternoon. It's nice and overcast. Who's using the stone?
Eddie boy.
Okay. Your character knows how to activate the stone.
Okay.
And as do you choose to do so?
Yes.
Great. Naming
I don't like where this is going at all right now.
naming the creatures or your companions as wanting to travel with you, you start feeling yourself levitate upwards as rainbow light emanates from all of you and pulls you up into the atmosphere with great force. As you are all twirling and colliding with each other, not used to this travel at all. You find yourself flying through the cosmos. And Ed, the stone that you're holding is slowly dissolving away, but you realize it acts as a steering wheel. As you can guide, as in your mind, there is a compass that has been placed where Asgard is, and you are guiding the party to that plane. I need all of you to roll a d4.
Okay.
Just don't roll a 1, because that's when you have...
I guess...
Oh, whoops. Apparently I had private roll on.
Callum.
as we're floating in the air,
this
it
is-
goes, can you
this is-
dig it?
This is good. This is good. And then Ed, you also got it too. Alright. As you all get closer and closer to Asgard, the plane, you see it form to you as you are about to hit a giant rock. The weather is cold, it is snowing. and you all land. Here. As Yorn and Frost, you hear a running sound of liquid hitting as you look over to a large-scaled creature as it seems to be bisected. As blood pours from it, its body collapses onto the shining runes beneath it.
Do I see anything that's actually moving?
Yes, I want to make sure the lighting is set.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad you and I rolled these 4s.
As yes,
yes,
yes.
the lighting was not set for you because as
I feel like the
So I already
appropriate
knew it was-
reaction for Yorn at this point is he's just like, I guess we asked for this, and he's just like cracks knuckles and is like, here we go.
What the hell is
As he's
that?
cracking his knuckles, Frost just pulls the sword out.
What is this?
Like,
What
well, guess
are
we're
we
doing
doing?
this?
Callum's just patting Ed on the back, being like, good job getting us here. Yeah, it's great. Because I can't see a damn thing.
Oh, wait. There's time.
let me. You go ahead and roll initiative.
Because I was on the phone, there was a question that I wanted to ask, but I had myself muted, so you guys didn't have to hear me listening to a call waiting music. I was wondering if there's any kind of time dilation when you go to Asgard.
Not that you were aware of.
Okay.
Guys, I blew my load. That's my only good roll of the day.
Hey, you're not the only one blowing loads.
I can't wait for everybody else to see this.
Again, this is the rolls are very fortunate.
I know, it's like
Onto what's going on here.
the rolls that you guys rolled is like this ended up being perfect.
Oh wait, there's a velociraptor around here somewhere.
There's a what? I don't see that one.
Apparently I can see it, otherwise it wouldn't.
Well,
Unless it's inside of the Bronto.
you weren't supposed to see it, but you did. I forgot to hide those ones, so.
They're hiding inside the Brontosaurus,
Well,
ready to
polymorph
jump
just
out.
became way more useful.
All right, once Paul gets back, we'll begin.
Oh boy.
But
I already checked the range.
I'm
40
here.
feet.
I'm here in mind and spirit, just not in body. I'm literally right behind the monitor trying to fix something that fell. So
okay. Well, with that, Frost, you kick off initiative as you see 3 large reptilian creatures that were munching on a kill, covered in blood, look up and see you, newly arrived, into this cold plane. The cold doesn't bother you.
Sing the song. You know you want to.
Cold never bothered me anyway.
Uh-oh.
Is that work
Okay.
calling?
No, that was my wife. I'm not on call this week.
Oh, good.
I'm actually banned from work until Tuesday. So, anyways, I'm gonna do the only thing that I think makes sense from this
how did you guys
position.
get all the way up there? My ass was tired.
Can I see what this effect is that's on my?
That
right now?
is light.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And that is my turn because I got to call my wife back.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna delete that from you too. All right. As it goes to Callum, as you hear obvious magic go with Vicus screaming, "What the fuck?"
That's for Din Din.
Okay. Bonus action. Activate Spellblade Stance. So my movement speed is 40 feet now. Holy fuck!
Yes, I don't know what that is.
I'll use my action. Oh shit, are those dead?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are.
Jesus. Alright. I'll use my action to... go ahead and launch a firebolt at that one. Which, in case anyone was wondering, still makes me sick.
Firebolt makes you sick?
Because my dude's all about shadow magic.
Yes.
So using a firebolt makes me hurl. And that'll end my turn.
Well, why haven't
But
you
it's
developed
shadow
Shadow
fire.
I mean, I could do that.
You could.
You should.
I
Magic.
should.
You can look whatever you want.
Yorn.
Yorn. All right. Actually don't have anything that allows me to cover the ground that I need to cover. So, I'm going to hop up on top of the dead body of this Tyrannosaurus Rex and activate my Mantle of Inspiration.
Oh.
Right? Is that the right one? No, sorry. My Mantle of Majesty.
What does this do?
Mantle of Majesty, when I activate it, as a bonus action, I can cast Command without expending a spell slot. And I take on an unearthly beauty for 1 minute, or until my concentration ends. During this time, I can cast Command as a bonus action on each of my turns without expending a command slot. Or a spell slot, sorry.
Okay.
Any creature charmed by me automatically fails its saving throw against Command while I cast it with this feature. So normally, I believe Command gets a saving throw every turn versus it, which they will not get.
Okay.
Right. And that's for 1 hour.
Okay.
So I cast Command on this T-Rex right here. Target for some reason. There we go. Thank you. Command.
And what is your command?
Sit, boy.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's all I can do.
Which group is this?
I'm trying to make myself as visible as possible, so I make myself into an enticing target.
I think these ones are not hidden. Yeah. Alright, Ed. You see the perfect opportunity. As a bunch of creatures think a meal has arrived and is dashing towards you.
Yep.
And in fact, a couple get right up on top of you. as these smaller scaled creatures just dash out from behind these trees, hop over this large stone engraved with runes, and just begin to lunge at you. It goes to your turn.
Okay, so say if I move, I take an opportunity attack, right?
Correct.
That's fine. Ed is going to shoot straight up 60 feet. So take your opportunity attacks at me. Oops.
Alright. That's the one. It missed. As you dart up 60 feet.
And then as it misses, I just go, shame.
Yes, again, perfect opportunity. As they all yelp out in pain and suddenly stop moving as their corpses on fire fall to the ground.
Jesus Christ.
You smell chicken in the air.
Delicious.
Smells like a turtle.
Alright. As it goes to the T-Rexes, this one is going to come up here. This one is going to come here. This one is going to come here.
It's not gonna obey my command.
They don't understand languages.
How tall is this?
The rock,
Mm-hmm.
you would be able to see over it. It's about 40-ish feet.
Look at the little nerd in the corner. You see him?
But this one is going to attempt to bite at you, Frost. Okay. Even with your magical shield up, the Tyrannosaurus Rex chomps down on top of you, and you are now grappled and restrained, as you are now caught in the Tyrannosaurus's mouth. And as part of another attack, he will tail you. Also breaking through your magical warding, he smacks you with his large tail.
How could he tail him in his mouth?
It's a long tail.
Okay.
Okay. Infinity serpent.
He kind
You're
of
breaking my
swings-
immersion.
He swings his neck down to his tail and smacks Frost on the ass as Frost's head and upper torso is caught in the Tyrannosaurus's neck.
And
Okay,
all you
fair.
hear is head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
As Yorn, these two will also attempt to bite on top of you.
Oh,
The first one hitting and restraining and grappling you.
like daddy.
The second one missing its bite, but then they both, or one will try to tail attack you. Also hitting you as it twirls around. Alright, goes to you, Vicus.
I have a question.
Yes.
If Frost is in the mouth of this thing and I am going to throw a fireball to the rear of this creature, will that hit Frost?
He will automatically fail his dex saving throw. As he is restrained. Or no, that's his disadvantage.
Okay.
Even if I'm not in the circle that he throws?
Well, no. If he targets only like the rears of the monsters, then he'll be fine. But yeah, if you try to target all three of them, then you'll hit Frost.
So that
That will
is
not hit.
fine.
That is fine.
Perfect. So that is exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay. Cast your fireball.
Oof.
As an okay fireball ignites and flares up on the T-Rexes, burning their scales.
And then at that point, I am going to move to here.
Okay.
That will be my turn.
All right. Ed, in the distance, you see more of those smaller creatures running.
More fireball bait. He wants to get rid of all of my spell slots. Why are you doing this, God?
More of these creatures running towards the Tyrannosaurus or the large monsters and your friends. That is all they can do as it goes to Frost.
Okay, I am going to. I haven't done this before. I feel like I should just do it because I can.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's this or a different spell, and it does the same thing. So, all right, I'm going to do this.
Oh.
Why did it rolls damage?
That's if you end up inside of an object.
Oh.
So.
And then, but I'm literally just going to poof here.
As you change into an icy form and melt away and reappear from the snow beneath the ground, the large monster's jaws snap down to where your body was and looks confused.
I feel like he takes at least one piercing damage because he bit his tongue.
He's awfully hungry.
Sure, one piercing damage.
Yes.
Hey, one's one, baby. One is
Got
one.
him.
I will allow the one piercing
I really
damage.
shouldn't have done that so far away. Oh, I could have done this differently. Oh well, I made my decision. And now I'm going to action surge and run up here because this makes a lot of sense that I did it this way, but whatever. And then I will question on mechanics. If I action surge, am I allowed to cast another spell?
Yes. That is an action. It cannot be a bonus action.
Yes, correct. Right.
Because
but I haven't used my bonus action
mechanics.
anyways.
Yes.
So
You can't cast another spell that's first level or above.
You
That
can
has
with
the-
action surge.
Can you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
I get my turn back, or I
if
get
it
my
has the
action
casting
back.
time of one action. Because he already cast a spell with one action, he cannot cast a leveled spell as a bonus action. It's a weird
I thought it was
rules
just
thing.
another spell at all.
Fighter wizards with double fireball, baby.
Yeah, he can cast another spell that is a casting time of an action.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna do. Sorry, guys. I'm doing 0 damage this turn. I'm gonna do this.
Yes. Blinding the large creature as well as your companions.
Sorry, guys.
Though the creature,
It's fine.
while the creature can't see you, his head does appear out of the sphere.
That's fine.
It's really just covering you and parts of his body.
Yep.
Goes to Callum.
Gotcha. Well, that changes my entire dynamic now.
Wild card.
Wild card.
I'll run there with my 40 feet of movement. And I'll use my action to cast Blink.
Okay. Roll that d20.
I want to make sure I don't have any... No, I don't have anything. Come on, 11 or higher. Fuck!
All right.
And that ends my turn.
As Callum, you cast a spell and remain where you are. Yorn!
Okay. So, since obviously all the fun stuff that I want to do never works, I am going to use my innate ability to Misty Step out of the mouth of the creature that I am in and on top of its head.
Okay. Removing the restrained condition and Misty stepping yourself on top of the creature. Roll me an acrobatics check to maintain your balance.
In Soviet Russia,
I'll be
Yorn
utilizing
restrains
my
you.
Dragon Rider skill as I am entering its space. But I will give you your acrobatics check. Just letting you know. If
All
you
right.
want, I will ping my
You are now on top of the Tyrannosaurus. It's more of that since this wasn't you physically climbing on top of it, it was you just magically appearing. I didn't want it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But normally I would need to make an athletics or acrobatics opposed to his to be considered riding him.
All right. So he will roll an athletics to try to get you off. And are you were using that same acrobatics check?
Oh, I mean, I can do a athletics much better.
Do it, do it, do it. Yes.
Just a little bit.
As the Tyrannosaurus Rex jerks its neck and head furiously, and you are just able by your fingers to maintain your grip and be riding the dinosaur.
Is there anything this man can't ride?
I would then like to use my action
The orders of practice.
to use my
Down.
bolus of the big game on the other one.
All right, roll your attack roll.
Bola, bola, bola.
Oh. Whoa, it still hits!
They
He's
have
restrained!
As your +2 bola grows to an enormous size, hitting the Tyrannosaurus Rex and restraining it in place.
Bang, bang.
Yep. And that's all I got.
Bang.
All right, Ed.
All right. So there's no way I can still see the tape measure while I move my token, right?
Hold
I feel
control.
like I'm.
Hold control,
Control.
and then right click to place the
I am
point.
in control. Oh, there's 3 of them.
Yes.
There's 3 now.
There's
And I'm
always-
There's
riding
always
on
been
top of
3.
one of them.
It was technically
just
4
want-
until your rival murdered one of them.
Do you guys want me to kill the Velociraptors or fireball the T-Rexes?
Kill the little ones.
Your wish is my command. These ones look closer, they die first.
Okay. They die.
I like how they all succeed on their dex checks and still die.
We're gonna make it!
So hungry!
As
I
it
feel like
goes-
now they should be going over to eat their cooked friends, but that's
I-
just my opinion.
Here you go. It's a
Somehow I
reenactment.
knew that this beer would be topical.
Both of you have dinosaur shit on your desk.
As the restrained Tyrannosaurus Rex
Does a Draco count? I have a Draco.
attempts
Negative.
to bite at Yorn
It's a Draco.
on top of the other one.
Wow. With disadvantage, he still fucking hits me.
With disadvantage, he actually hit you.
Ah!
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
And now that he has Yorn's body in his mouth, he'll just attack the bola, which doesn't do anything because it's a magical item with this tail.
Mechanics question. Can I see him still?
Oh yeah, you can see Yorn's like lifeless body, not lifeless, but like
Fall
unconscious
off the
body
Tyrannosaurus he was riding.
inside of the mouth of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Perfect. Right where he wants him.
Right, yeah, right where he wants him. As the other Tyrannosaurus Rex also attempts to bite at Yorn. Striking at Yorn, and now the Tyrannosauruses both have Yorn.
Oh, this is like the scene from A Lost World.
Yes.
Where the mommy and daddy Tyrannosaurs get him in the cage match.
Yeah, Yorn is being pulled apart right now by two Tyrannosaurus Rexes. This third one sees you, Callum, and walks. Does he have to? Let me see what the range of the attack is. Oh no. And begins to bite at you, Callum. With your magical shield, the teeth of the Tyrannosaurus Rex crunch against your arcane shield, but do not pierce it.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Since technically I would have been in the same space as this Tyrannosaurus, would he still have been able to bite me?
Yes, 10-foot reach.
Okay. I would have to try.
I know. As it goes to Vicus.
Nick.
I'm going to say I certainly hope he can do something with this. As I cast I'm gonna have to do it.
This is perfect for you.
Yorn.
You're
I'm
doing
so
great,
sorry.
Yorn!
I'm so sorry about this, Yorn.
As Yorn, you wake up with your upper torso in the jaws of one of the monsters, and you feel your legs being crunched in the jaws of another.
And I am going to, I can see the other one, right?
Yeah.
Like its head and whatnot?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna Sacred Flame it.
I'm not grappled by you. You two are grappled by me.
Yorn, I know you love being in the mouths of things. And now you have two at once. I'm doing you a favor.
I'm quite moist.
As he's
Not
covered
my
in
choice.
covered in most of his own blood.
That's my turn.
Ross.
Alrighty. So I am going to whack. I get advantage on this, right? Because he can't see me.
Correct.
Sweet. I will.
So, guys, we need to
It
start
didn't
a
give me my
band.
freaking advantage. I targeted myself. God damn it! And it also didn't roll my advantage when I rolled it.
Yeah, there's no effect for darkness. I could give it the blinded condition.
Well, I tried to
but
just roll it
blinded.
at advantage, and it didn't do it. Ow! Can you give me my health back?
No, you took. No, I give you.
You accidentally stumble and fall on
It's
your
also
own
making me do a
sword.
constitution. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't count. Okay. So I hit it. Oh, I'm
hit it.
so stupid.
You could have crit fished also.
I'm going to still, but okay, didn't. Can I do a bonus action before my second attack?
Sure.
Okay, I am going to curse this one.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right.
And then I gotta check something here, sorry, because I haven't dealt with this in a while.
I'm gonna make a D&D band. We're gonna play in taverns. Our name will be Credence Clearwater Revivify.
Beautiful. I love it.
Where is it?
I know sorcerer's
Sorry,
son.
No. Oh, okay.
Featherfall out boy.
All right, never mind. I will attack again.
I will let that curse affect the first one. Your character would know better, which would make that first one a crit.
Yes,
Misty
yes,
Steppenwolf.
yes,
Sick.
yes, yes, yes.
Your
Do you
character,
want to just-
your character knows their abilities.
Barbarian Rage.
Do you want me to
Against the
double
Machine.
it, or should I
So
just roll another?
Roll another 3d6.
Cypress Hill Dwarf.
That could have been better, but it works.
And then also your let me see. And then your proficiency bonus is what, a 4 now?
Yes.
So minus 14.
Okay. And then I will attack a second. I will hit him a second a time.
Yes.
Do it.
Another
a crit.
crit.
And I'm still targeting myself. God damn it!
You are an idiot.
That is because the people are retarded.
And I have my HP back again. Thank
Maybe.
you.
Maybe. You,
And then-
you keep critting on my dinosaur.
3d6, right?
Fuck your dinosaur. Fuck it. That big? Is that how big his teeth are? That big?
Minus 13.
Natural 1 direction.
That will be my turn.
As 2 great swings with your great sword, and you are cutting this thing open from the bottom up.
Oh yeah, the Achilles.
Dick to throat. Dick to throat.
The equivalent of a T-Rex Achilles has been severed.
So I can't see Frost carving this thing up like a fucking Thanksgiving
just
turkey,
see
but I can
blood.
hear him carving it up like a Thanksgiving turkey.
And you see just blood being skewered around the snow.
Is that blood? Is this
blizzard.
blood asset? Can you pick that up and like make it bigger?
I
You should just do that. Yeah, you should do that. That'd be funny.
Yes.
There you go.
Yorn, do you want out?
They're
Also the
trapped
blood
in here
frozen.
with me.
Okay. I will run up to this one here. Oh, look at the little babies. And then I'll attack him with... Yeah, I'll attack him with my sword. Oh. Sorry, I was like, why? I'm not more than 5 feet away, but I was targeting 2. Don't know why that had advantage.
It's restrained by the bolus.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Second one will have the
One thing,
cantrip.
right?
Additional 7, and then I'll go ahead and use my Spellblade gift, which allows me to do another wizard spell if I hit with a wizard spell, something like that, as a bonus action, which will be my cantrip with my sword again.
Okay.
I think it's called Blade Surge or something. I'll ping it really fast. Immediately cast spell that must target the creature you hit. Yeah, okay.
All of the attacks.
And then that ends my turn, so I'll roll my d20 to see if I disappear.
What? I don't know why it's doing that. It's so weird. Hold on. I gotta reload. It's the same issue from last week. Intermission.
What's so
Alright.
weird? Damn it!
Transitioned back to live. Good.
Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Welcome back.
After your flurry of stuff, what's that D20 for?
I disappeared from Blink.
Ah, yes. As you are now gone. Unfortunate. Yorn! You are caught like a piece of spaghetti between two lovers.
Ah, yes. You are betwixt two lovers and their oral embrace.
My turn should be fairly quick and simple.
Yes.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Perfect.
Target myself, please. Thank you. At a 4th level.
Oh, fancy.
Get a little bit of health back. And then I'm going to rage.
Okay. Remaining as the spaghetti noodle between the lovers, you remain in their mouths.
Yes.
Ed.
It's the dream, isn't it?
I mean, it's a three-way, so he's into it.
Well, I ain't gay if it's in a three-way.
I mean, it kind of feels
these-
like a waste,
These forgot
guys.
to go last time, but they would run up.
Guys, these fireballs really feel like I'm wasting spell slots, but that's what you want me to do. So when I'm out the spell slots later, don't get
Possibly be
mad.
making us waste spell slots so that we can't do stuff later.
Big ol' fireball, murdering the velociraptors, as well as damaging the large reptilian creature. Anything else from you, Ed?
Nope.
Alright. As it goes to the Tyrannosaurus Rexes, which this one will attempt to bite down. But this is so weird. The thing's restrained, but it literally has you in its mouth and doesn't get advantage. That's so weird. That's fine, though.
You know what's weird is he's prone on the ground, and he could reach up on top of another Tyrannosaurus and bite me. But you don't hear me complaining about mechanics.
That's true.
No, it's weird.
Sorry. Can't tell tech column either, so it's just there. This one, on the other hand, will bite down on Bjorn.
Oh, dear God.
No,
trying.
baby Bjorn.
It's trying.
And that's it's really all it can do. This one, on the other hand, is damaged and is actually going to attempt to run away.
I'm gonna hit it.
Yes, and I'm sure you will. I'll put it back so you get your attack.
Kill it! Kill it!
As it just falls over dead. As it
I
begins to turn
don't
away.
care if it's dead. I want to crit fish anyways. Okay, it's just dead.
Yes, that one is
As
just
it's running
dead.
away, I make it a new asshole with my sword.
As
Cool.
you cut into it, severing its leg, and it falls over, its head crushing against the stone here as you hear a large crack, and it becomes motionless. It now goes to you, Vicus.
Even though I've become essentially food
Wait,
for two
don't you have
T-Rexes,
Don't you have multi-attack?
That was reaction.
Oh, right, because it was moving. Got you, fam.
Don't
even
worry,
though
I'll
I've
get
become
I'll get
food
my
for two
attacks.
T-Rexes, I have managed to eat up all of their actions over these turns.
Oh,
Yes.
I think when I kill it, I get HP. Hold on a second. I
Yes,
gotta
you
double
do.
check this.
You do get HP back. It's your warlock level plus your charisma modifier.
My whole warlock level.
Pretty sure, yeah.
7. Charisma.
Does he
Damn.
see the soul of an ancient thunder lizard go into his sword?
Hmm.
I think I mathed that right.
I could still see Yorn, right? Like being.
The dinosaurs are quite large now. I mean, from this angle it's harder, but you still notice that they have something in their mouth.
Okay.
They're playing tug of war with me.
Yes, indeed.
It's only his abs that are keeping him alive right now.
That's fair.
They're glistening in the sunlight.
Glistening in the sun. Tasty abs, washerboard style. Anyway, sorry for the random Tenacious D. I am going to pull out the old classic combo.
Ah, yes, spiritual weapon. You have, I mean, a hit, but
Wouldn't that have advantage?
Yeah, it's still advantage.
Yeah.
Just roll d20.
Okay. And then, since it is restrained, does it get a dex save?
It has disadvantage on it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, max damage, baby! Let's go! Let's go!
Damage.
As I say, let go of Yawn, you filthy animal. Disgusting. I don't like you. Let go of him.
Goes to Frost.
Okay. I'm going to yell, I'm coming, baby Bjorn. And then I'm going to run up to this one.
Does your blizzard follow you?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
You just hear Yorn's heavy breathing.
And
which we're all used to by now.
I will attack this one. I get advantage.
Yep.
Advantage.
Unfortunate. Okay.
Boo.
So, and I will hit it a second time. I get advantage.
You do get advantage.
That would be enough to hit.
Okay. I should have just rolled the. Should I just roll another attack on him?
Sure.
Okay. That'll at least give if it hits. There we go. Perfect. Excellent.
Ooh.
And that is my turn.
Damage.
All right, Callum. You blink back into existence.
Hello, everyone.
You see the beautiful fiery mace.
As the dark
that's
sphere
familiar.
has gotten
It's
closer.
pretty much the best mace. People call me, ask me about the mace.
He
Tell me how
actually
great
can't
it is.
see the mace because it's in the sphere.
It's pretty much the best mace if you could see it, though.
Yes. I have the best mace.
Huge. It's huge.
Wait,
Great.
It's
did you
huge.
did you
It's huge.
did you cast it at 3rd level?
Yes.
So I can see it. It's fine. It burns through darkness. No,
You
no,
wouldn't
wait,
even
I
believe
don't-
how big this mace is if you could see it.
It's almost as big as Bjorn's mace.
But
I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade at 3rd level.
okay.
Get that going. Go ahead and swing at old boy here.
Oh boy.
First attack. Second attack with the cantrip.
Get it.
So many dice.
So much fucking dice.
And I'll roll the d20 to see if I disappear again. It was really good seeing all of...
As Callum is gone, it goes to Yorn.
Now that I'm raging, I'm going to try to kick my way out of the one that isn't restrained.
Okay. Athletics.
Athletics with advantage.
Advantage.
Ah! Every time.
Okay.
Where's my confetti cannon?
It's a shame there are wasting these good rolls on this, and we're
With
going to have
that-
nothing when we fight Thor.
With a good flex of your legs to open the mouth of the T-Rex and a good kick, you kick its head off, removing the bite down from you on your legs as your upper torso is still.
Hold on. I feel like Yorn is doing the splits.
That's
To,
what I had
lift-
in mind.
Lift open its mouth. But I wanted you guys to know how vertically split he is. He's basically reverse T-posing.
So he's going to do that, right? And then to get out of the other one, he's going to throw his body up and upside down pole dance slide down the tooth to get out of the other one.
Yes. Yes.
If only he
Ooh.
had more action economy to break out of the other one.
I know.
Oh, it's coming.
Let me
As am I.
double check.
As is
to see if
Yorn.
I don't have anything else. I'm going to get. Well, I can't see Frost, so I'm going to give Callum a inspiration die.
Can't see me either.
Why not?
Callum's in the
blinked.
ethereal plane.
He blinked out.
Good. I guess I give myself.
Is he high
Are
enough
you-
over the sphere since their mouths are outside that he could see here?
What?
He can't see.
I
Vicus.
might be able to see.
His head is inside of the fucking dinosaur. He can't
Vicus.
see now. Between the sphere being in your head being inside of the dinosaur, you can't see Vicus.
You could inspire yourself.
Hold on.
Inspire the dinosaur.
I'm going to use my bonus action to use Mantle of Inspiration to give myself 3 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Those
And
might
then-
matter.
Or hold on. Oh no, sorry. It's a number of people equal to my charisma, and then each of them gains 5 hit points, and then anyone who it hits, which is a 60 foot. I have to measure this out. So I can give it to both Ed and Vicus, and then they can immediately use their reaction to make a move.
Make a move as in like
do
walk?
a move, like do a move, yeah. And that'll be my bonus action, and then I get 5 temporary hit points.
I love
Well, that
how
would be
you just
this.
inspired them while you're inside the mouth of a dinosaur.
Well, I feel like they were so inspired by my leg splitting
The
maneuver.
glutes. Yeah, the glutes for sure.
I have to get another look. I have to get a closer look of this. What is happening over here?
I also imagine that his pants are just
How do I-
destroyed from getting chewed on.
How do I add temporary hit points?
It's a field. So if you open up
There
your
we go.
character sheet, it's on the plus temp. Yep,
Yeah.
there you go.
That might give me enough to survive because I'm still raging.
Goes to Ed. Though you can use your reaction to move Ed before your turn if you wanted.
Yeah.
Why would I want to do that?
Just because you're so inspired by Yorn's glutes.
I'm
Yes.
so inspired. I'll come over here, and then I'm gonna do the same thing I was gonna do anyway, which is look at this particular T-Rex here and say, what's brown and sticky? A stick. Oh, hold on, I gotta get a little closer. Okay, just go down to 30 feet then. Will you let me do it now, game? There you go. Let me roll my points for item. A stick.
It seems to have no effect.
It's too stupid!
That was truly awful, Ed. That was the worst joke I've ever heard you make.
Thank you.
I really wish they could understand you.
Why did the invisible man turn down the job?
Why?
He couldn't see himself doing it.
Oh.
As this one walks over and tries to... You can't necessarily reach up to bite you, Ed, so it's going to try to bite at the only thing that it can see, which is Yorn.
Does it have disadvantage because it's in the darkness?
Its head is above the darkness, but it still missed you, even with advantage. But it will swing its tail up against you, Ed. Because it can reach there. I just gotta give it the...
She was kung fu fighting.
It's prompting you for a reaction in case you want a shield.
Nah, we're good.
Alright.
I don't know what I was concentrating on.
Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh, yeah.
So,
We're good.
the tip of the tail of the Tyrannosaurus Rex swafts you in your ribs, bruising you. Just the tip, bruising you just a bit. This one is going to attempt to bite down, unable to do so.
Because it has disadvantage.
Literally. Like, I was rolling so well, and I rolled 2 2s in a row.
Can't kill Yorn twice in one go.
But
Well, he hasn't killed me twice.
It will also swat at Ed.
Really, the Tyrannosauruses are also so surprised by my glutes.
As another tail hits you in your mid back, bruising you some more.
Fucking T-Rexes.
Vicus, your turn.
Well, naturally.
I'm going to turn many birds into stews. They're birds, right? They look like fucking birds.
After we kill all of them, the Indominus Rex from Jurassic World shows up.
Yeah. Oh, yes, please, max damage, please, please. As the spiritual mace slams down on it and sears it with radiant damage, I am going to throw my sacred flame on it.
And with that, the Tyrannosaurus Rex is showered with.
I want to throw it into its eyeball. Its big ass giant eye, dinner plate sized eye. As I throw a radiant bolt of energy through it.
As you do that, it releases Yorn, who needs to roll an dex save in order to not fall prone. And as it stumbles backwards, and again, its back shatters against the stone.
3-point landing.
And then I'm going to move
Superhero landing.
to here.
As Yorn just falls down onto the ground.
It's not Yorn just landing in the splits on the ground.
He just falls on top of the carcass of the other Tyrannosaurus Rex. Just covered in bite marks. Bleeding profusely.
He lands with the splits, but he lands on one of his 7 testicles, and it hurts a little bit, so he falls prone.
Alright, anything else from you, Vicus?
No, that's it. I just moved there.
Alright, Frost.
Alright, I will attack.
No, you won't.
I'm going to roll a second d20 for my crit fish, which is no such luck. And then I will attack a second time. Unfortunate.
Alright.
That's all I got.
Callum, you blink back into existence. You see one of the Tyrannosaurus Rex are dead. You see Yorn just back down onto the corpse of another.
I see this one's head popping up out of the blizzard.
Yep.
I will run into the blizzard. I'm technically underneath Ed, but I know that'll fuck shit up. And I will attack.
At disadvantage.
But a straight roll because I'm still using Shadow Blade.
Okay.
Second one will have cantrip.
So much damage.
And let's roll a d20. You know, Frost, this snow is...
Yes.
Wonderful.
Thinks out. Yorn! It is your turn. You are prone.
I'm prone?
Yes.
Okay. I will stand up.
Suplex that fucking Tyrannosaurus. Suplex it so hard.
I mean, I would attempt it if the DM
Twist
would
its
let me,
dick
but
off.
mechanically I'm not allowed
The
to.
old dick twist.
I mean, you,
Twist its dick off.
I mean, you have Tavern Brawler. Do you have Tavern Brawler?
I do.
I mean, you
I have
could.
Grappler, Tavern Brawler. I have all the grapple feats.
And you have, like, you have the 2 strength items on you as well.
You could absolutely try to just melee this thing to death with your fist by suplex it or whatever.
I will attempt the old German suplex.
Taking a frickin' T-Rex to Suplex City.
All right, make an unarmed strike.
Gonzo.
I
Because you have a
thing for that.
multi-attack, it's a
I don't have
rolling
thing for unarmed
suplex, I'm
strike.
sure.
Hold on.
Well, you
Or
know,
jump
all
onto
the
its
good ones,
back
they do
and
it 3
crush
times
its-
in a row. They just slam them.
Jump up on its neck and fucking crush it with your massive thighs.
Double
I'm just gonna roll a strength check.
Okay.
16 hit.
Yeah, and it'd be plus your proficiency, so that would be 20 to hit. But definitely hits.
So if I that does 8 damage
Okay.
because it's 1 plus my strength modifier, right?
Oh, Tavern
Does it?
Brawler gives you a D4.
Oh, I forgot about that. Do it!
Which is literally just enough to kill it.
Yes!
It literally had 1 HP left, so the fact that you rolled a 2 was enough to kill it.
I feel like it is like reaching down to once again try to eat me. And I'm just like, I wrap it into this awkward, like, headlock, and then just full suplex.
Massive muscles, great form.
As you basically break the neck of this dinosaur, and it with its spine broken, it just is gurgling as it drowns in its own blood and saliva, unable to move, twitching in just some parts.
Fantastic.
Well, I never read about this before.
Where are we?
I assume we're in Asgard.
Barbarian requires healing.
Yeah, can we like all get to the
Badly.
huddle and you like do some healing cleric-y stuff for us, please?
Yes, of course.
Callum doesn't need anything.
Usually it's like an AoE thing, so it's okay.
Like me. Do the AoE thing.
Yeah, you.
Yes. Well,
Oh, wow,
generally, yes. But currently, no.
Okay, I guess I'll do the healing, even though I'm the wizard.
I can
Well,
also heal myself. I just
I
can't
can-
heal myself very much.
No,
I can heal.
Cool. It's
It's
cool.
fine.
It's cool. It's cool. Check this out. You're like almost dead, right?
Yes, he is.
Hold on, I gotta go. I'll be right back.
So is he casting that at first level?
You cast that at 5th level.
Oh. That's the 1 minute and it's 5 hit points per or 4?
5, and then
4
plus
per
another
second.
one. Yeah, so it's 6 hit points per round until you hit your half of your health, and then it's just 5 for anything past half.
That should fully heal me.
Yeah, it's a very powerful spell.
Is that a
Cleric
where's that
spell,
from?
I believe. I think it's from Elminster's Guide.
Oh, well, shit. Okay.
So half of my health is 42.
My dinosaurs were
Four.
murdered.
Indeed, they were.
They just were enjoying the snack.
Well, they would have been fine had they not turned and tried to eat us.
I mean, this one tried to run away, but he was still murdered. This one was caught up in a bola, so he couldn't run away if he wanted to.
Oh yes, I need to collect my bowl as well.
I like to think that Vicus can talk directly to Tercept because he's a man of God.
Yes.
So Vicus is the only one that can hear Tercept. Like
you just hear the voice from far away. They killed my dinosaurs.
I would never have done it had they not attacked me. And mine.
That would put me at 40.
And the Velociraptors were just going to go after the Brontosaurus to get the snacks while the T-Rexes were distracted.
Oh, naturally, that's why they ran directly at the smallest creature of our party, yes.
Well, that was on the other side, on Ed. These ones were actually running at an angle towards the Brontosaurus, not...
so every time
He's trying to-
Tercept lore dumps to like Callum or Ed or anyone, Vicus is just like, okay.
Insane.
Like he knows exactly what we all know all the time.
I like how Tercept tried to just turn us into Velociraptor murder hobos.
You are.
I get healed back to
I'm
76.
not. Ed is.
Yeah, Ed's the
Great.
Velociraptor murder hobo.
Then
How many did he fight?
Vicus, were you also trying to heal me?
10. He killed like 20 Velociraptors.
Yeah.
Not bad for 2 attacks.
3. He did 3 fireballs.
Oh, he did a third one.
Well, there was 10 on that side, and
Yeah,
there were, 2 groups on the other?
It was 10 on each side.
Oh, okay.
So the first one he killed 10, and then the second group he were split up, so where he had to do 5 and 5.
Okay.
So, David, did you also try to cast Cure Wounds on me?
I'm sorry.
I
After this
casted
fight?
it on Ed and
Frost.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
just
feel
wanted
great.
to make sure that we're maximizing the usefulness of our spells.
Well, is that around? That's an AOE thing, right?
Vigor?
Yeah.
No, I think he can cast them like up to 3 people or something.
This is the subject. It is 1 touch creature, right?
Touch.
Yeah, because I think Vigor's only 1 character.
Yes,
like
Vigor's
1
on
target.
1. Vigor's
Yeah.
on 1 target.
All right. Can I still heal? Yo, you're barely injured now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I've healed.
No,
He healed
I'm
you.
pretty good.
Yeah, you healed him, and I healed you and Frost.
You know how long my temp hit points last for you guys?
If that's an Elementor's spell, I'm going to import that.
It does not say how long my temp hit points last, so I would guess that they last until
Your next rest.
your next rest. Yeah.
I could go for a rest.
I think we're fine.
One use of my bardic inspiration.
The warlock could use a short little nappy nap.
You don't say.
Just a little one.
A warlock
actually-
wanting to rest as soon as they do something? What?
What are you, a monk?
It's actually doubly so because I also have fighter traits that I get recovered after a short rest. So just a squishy of a nap would be great, guys.
Oh, I was hoping to rip Yorn in half. That would have been so fun.
It was so close from happening. I was 2 failed death saving throws.
Oh yeah.
That was so good.
I was literally 1 roll away from being ripped in half.
Oh, I have a mechanical question, by the way, and I figured I'd ask it now. I made my decision during the game to just do it, but so when I am restrained like that, can I use Misty Step?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's just verbal.
It's not. Misty Step is
Somatic.
on my yeah.
It's only
Oh,
somatic.
okay.
And but the reason I use Dimension Door is because it's only verbal.
No, Misty Step is verbal only.
Is it
Is it verbal
verbal?
only?
Yeah.
Well, I have
thought,
it here
I
somewhere.
thought one of the teleportation ones was somatic only.
Oh, it is verbal only. Son of a bitch. No, that was a waste.
But
Yeah, you
Oh.
just scream out Misty Step Jutsu and it happens.
Misty Step.
For some reason, I thought it.
being restrained does not prevent you from using spell components. You would have to have somatic spell components. You would either have to be chained, like with restraints actually applied to you to prevent that, or you would have to have like the paralyzed condition or something.
Gotcha.
So there are manacles that you can put on spellcasters that prevent somatic components.
Finger
Yeah,
lock.
I just lost 2 attacks by doing it. It wasn't the end of the world.
They just put you in Chinese Chinese finger traps.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. I didn't know Kayla was coming home tonight, so I just hear this loud banging on the door because I have a door that we don't have a key to locked. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, is someone trying to break in the house the first week here?
Oh no.
And you didn't grab the Draco before you left. Oh, you got the 26.
Oh no!
So here's
Someone's
the thing.
breaking in.
This might kill my neighbors. This would kill my neighbors. So
It would also prevent them from ever coming back and knocking on your door at
that's
Yeah,
true.
10:30 at night.
And so here's the thing. Because I was up here and I'm not used to like the acoustics in this house, I just hear this like this loud banging, and it's like the whole house. I'm like, where the fuck is that at? So I like come downstairs, and it sounds like it's at the front door, and I look through the peephole, and there's no one there, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I hear it again, and I go all the way down, and it's at the garage door that I locked because we don't have a key to the little door yet.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, your mic wasn't muted, so we heard Kayla say sorry when she poked her head in real quick.
Don't blame me if you get shot next time.
No, it wasn't even out of my pocket.
You thought she was going back to your other house or your old house?
Yeah, I thought she was staying with my mom tonight. I bought an air mattress and set it up for her because, she left the house at 6 this morning and she just got here.
Yeah.
So,
She still has that long drive to get to work.
yeah.
Do you blame her for coming back?
No. I did go out and buy it, but she's only staying one night. She was originally staying 3, so.
All right.
Sorry for the distraction.
You're good.
I'm now hungry, so I'm going to order something to be delivered.
The anxiety of almost shooting your significant other.
No.
We've all done it once.
Stress manifests in eating.
Dude, if you guys heard the knocking, you would have been concerned too.
Hey, man, I've cleared my entire house because my dog barked funny.
Yeah.
That also happened to us. Like the first 2 weeks we lived in this house, like some drunk kid was banging on the garage door because he thought it was his house. And like I'm in my underwear, I pulled a gun on him and everything because he had his face in our windows, like looking in. And then he tried to like have a conversation with me at my front door while I'm staying there in my boxers. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I thought this was my." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here! Like, leave." It was scary though because we had like just moved in, so it was good.
And now you know what to expect from your neighbors.
Yeah, we had the ring go off at like 3 in the morning one morning, and it only goes off when there's a person. So I look out because my window is right there at my old house, above that door, or above that front door, and I look out and I see someone looking in the fucking cars. I'm like, God, really? And so just by me looking, there's already enough clues in my yard that you can figure out that there's a crazy person that lives here, and they just immediately skedaddled out.
Trump signs were a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
He has signs that smile. You're on camera. Literally has cameras, and there's like no trespassing signs.
Yeah, and then if that's not enough, my redneck wind chime is like a handgun shooting target, one of the spinning ones. I just stuck it in the front yard one day and left it there. And you know, every single little plate has like 4 dots in the middle of it. I'm like, yeah, this looks good enough to leave in the front yard.
You got a tree in the front yard?
Yeah.
You should really hang a motor from it.
Or like an animal carcass a week.
Start nailing animal skulls to it.
Yeah, the new house doesn't, so you know, can't. I got to keep it a little classier.
He just hangs the animal carcasses in the back.
Dude, it was the first week in my old house, and I had a neighbor run out chasing her husband with a knife in her front yard, saying, "I'm going to slit your throat." So,
Dude, that was like my place in North Carolina, man. I had these 2 guys arguing in my yard at our rental property.
yeah,
Dude, you had somebody like living in your crawl space.
I did. Yep, in the first week too, had that too. Yep, it was probably her grandson or her son that lives in the shed that's made of doors from inside of their rental house that they wrapped with Tyvek wrap that they stole from a job site.
Yeah, like
Because it says Tyvek commercial on the whole side of their door shed.
you were telling me that crazy shit about the guy living in your crawl space.
Did you see it when you helped me move? Did you look in the backyard and see the fucking door shed? Because it was there. It was there.
For years.
It's still there. He still brings his little girlfriend over there sometimes. Blech! Into the door shed.
She just happily goes with him.
We had people
Probably just doing meth out there.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Yeah.
first year that we were actually in this house. It was a few months later. Guys drove around the neighborhood like 3 a.m. and broke into a bunch of cars that were left unlocked, stole laptops, guns, and stuff from the neighbors. They tried my truck at the time, but I kept my vehicle locked. But yeah, that happened.
That happened to us when we were living in Florida, like 2 or 3 weeks before we were leaving. And so my truck was locked, but my wife's car was unlocked, and my keys to my truck were inside of my wife's car. So they broke into my wife's car, found nothing, unlocked my truck, and found nothing. And the thing that was pissed me off about the whole entire thing is they found nothing. They stole my fucking truck keys.
Yeah, to come steal the truck later so they can use it to rob another neighborhood.
Yeah, except they couldn't because I freaking barred after that for the next 3 weeks until we moved, I barred my freaking steering wheel because there's nothing else I could do. And I'm like, we literally are only leaving here for another like 3 weeks and then we're out of here. I was so mad because they stole my keys. But when the officer showed up and stuff, he goes, they probably just stuck them in their pocket and forgot about it. He goes, they won't take anything like that. They just grab what they can carry.
That's not true at all because most of the time that vehicles come around, they drive around neighborhoods, they use a stolen vehicle. So that way if there's cameras or anything,
These guys, what they were doing down there, because they got them on camera and stuff, they're all walking. They're walking door to door and just checking people's vehicles.
No, ours was a vehicle that drove around the neighborhood. Because I had cameras up at the time. They drove around the neighborhood twice before stopping. And then that's when they parked it, and then they walked around the neighborhood trying it, and then all walked back to the vehicle and drove off.
Yeah, they caught him on a bunch of cameras and stuff. I never heard back about it.
That's the difference between a felony and a misdemeanor, boys and girls.
Right? I would think too, and I thought like a bottle of frickin' Buffalo Trace whiskey in the back seat of my truck. Like unopened, we got it for a wedding present, and it was still in the back. I'm like, they didn't even take this, and the guy's like, they wouldn't because they can't carry it down the street when they're walking. Because if anybody sees it, they'll get stopped because they're all underage kids that are doing it.
Well, knowing that we live in a terrible world where people love to just steal shit from other people.
Some people suck.
Hey, it's my right to do that because you have it and I don't.
It's not fair that you have stuff that I don't have.
Eminent domain, guys. Eminent domain.
After slaying the monstrous creatures that were clearly devouring on another monstrous creatures when you arrived, seeing one that was bisected, burned down the middle, the area covered in blood, Yorn covered in blood.
Still breathing heavily.
You all find yourself in a cold land.
I think it feels great.
It does not feel great, Frost.
Is this what Asgard is like?
Not that I've read.
Speaking of reading, I like to go over and start taking a look at these runes that we're surrounded by.
I meant to show you guys this earlier, and I just remembered. This is a Reddit for Yorn that I happened to find by complete chance.
Yes.
Indeed.
This is one of my favorite Reddits.
All right, roll me an Arcana check.
Who do you want that from?
This is from Callum to investigate the runes. So these are, yes, I imagine you're a brilliant academic.
Yep.
These are powerful runes that act as a waypoint for the Bifrost. So going around an inscription, this is basically saying Bifrost land here. It's like a beacon for anybody using the Bifrost to come to Asgard.
It's like a mega teleportation circle.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It's a way to ensure that the Bifrost can be controlled and that not random people can go anywhere they want in Asgard. You can only go into one of these circles.
So we are in Asgard.
Oh yes, the runes clearly lay out that you are in Asgard.
Well, that's good.
Oh, I did notice a cot when we landed. I'd like to go check that out.
Okay.
When I step outside the circle, what's the Constitution DC to step outside the circle?
99.
Got it. All right, I'm dead. But I would like to check out this cart and this box over here.
Great. The cart is made out of wood. It is currently empty. One of the wheels seems to be cracked. The crate is also empty.
Gotcha.
And you find an empty bottle inside of it.
What's in the... I know it's empty, but does the bottle say anything?
It was some form of drink. Alcoholic. Based off the smell.
Smell hints of juniper berries.
No girl, I was sweet on here once.
Wonder if she still makes the mead with juniper berries mixed in.
Looking at the car, are there any tracks like leading to this space, or does it seem like it's been here for a while?
It's been here for a while. There's no
Gotcha.
ice covering it.
I have an idea. As Ed floats up to see if he can see anything to give us a general direction of where we should go from here.
You see what used to be a large mountain that appears to be have been flattened out. That is in one direction. Other than that, fields, forests, and wilderness, as far as you can see.
Mechanics question.
Flies down.
How can he tell that flat ground used to be a mountain?
It's not completely flattened like
Oh,
mountains.
okay.
Like, it's clearly, this is elevated. It was a mountain. Now it's like a plateau.
Gotcha. I was like, you see a valley. It used to be a mountain?
No, it's not. It's
Gotcha.
not that. It's, hey, that would be a mountain over there. It's now a plateau, but it looks like it's a legitimate mountain and not
Makes sense.
a natural plateau. You fly higher.
Not sensing any danger? Sure.
Flying higher, you start seeing large winged beasts flying around and in the distance. But otherwise, additionally, more and more wilderness. And roll me a perception check.
Yes, Papa. Why are you not working? Let me reopen you.
You do see what appears to be smokestacks in various directions. But because of the coldness in the winter, it blends quite heavily with the fog and the overcast.
So, yes, but no.
And you see about 7 different smokestacks in 7 different directions.
If no one has a better idea, I'm going that direction.
We are very ill prepared. We don't know where to go. We're just kind of like wandering blind here.
Why don't you ask our buddy Mimo?
I can tomorrow. I can't today. I figured we were going to run into something hostile. That was correct, thankfully. Vicus, can you talk to Mamiya today?
I cannot, unfortunately.
Yeah, we need to, maybe while we're in Asgard, we'll both need to probably keep that at the ready, because
Yes.
we're going to have questions because we didn't ask enough before we left.
I would have to agree.
Yorn's just gonna be like, he's gonna point southwest, and he's like, we should go this way.
I'm down.
Let's see that persuasion check or deception.
Um,
I'm just randomly picking a direction, and I'm like, we should just go this way.
What did you get about those runes?
That is super on brand for this party. So,
You gotta go with that rolls out of the way.
no, the runes seem to be like it's almost like a teleportation circle. It's an anchor point for sort of Asgardian magic, it seems, but I can't decipher it completely. Just kind of at a base level, but it seems to be what it means. It's much like a teleportation circle.
I see. Yeah, it's hard to say where to go, as you hear about Asgard, you read about it, but there are no real maps or
Roll a religion check.
oh,
It hover on that 19.
that was bad.
You do know if Ed shares the description of the flattened mountain, that would be Mount Joy.
Oh, the flattened mountain, and that's where we are.
He sees it off in the distance.
Well, the mountain that you see is Mount Joy, Ed. And Mount Joy is...
One of the locations to Odin's holds.
Odin's what?
Holds.
Ah, yes. So Mount Joy is one of Odin's holds. I'm sure that Odin can tell us where Thor is.
Well, isn't Odin known for, like, just genocide for genocide's sake?
That depends on your interpretation, but sure, we'll say that.
Odin's like America. If you're on Odin's side, then it's not genocide.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, do you think that we could? Do you think Odin would actually speak to us?
Probably not. Likely not.
Yeah. See, I don't like the idea of going to like the most powerful of the Asia, and knowing that he probably won't talk to us, and who has been known to have a temper, and not as bad as Thor, but south
Yes.
So,
seems like an
southeast or southwest.
Where was Mount Joy? Was it to the southwest?
Roll a d8.
The DM knows where it is just as well as we all do.
Yes. Or no,
Okay.
It's Ed's location.
No, that would be
Ed's.
the opposite direction.
Yes, that was the opposite direction. So that'd be the
Before-
north.
So yes,
northeast.
the southwest is sounding better and better, even though Yorn was not very convincing with his pointing earlier.
It's getting more convincing, though. That's the promising point.
Yes, indeed. I look at everyone and I say, well, this is that scenario where the dog finally catches the cart and doesn't quite know what to do with it once he's caught it.
Yep.
Everyone
All right,
who
That's
doesn't
really,
have
you bite onto it.
everyone who doesn't have resistance to cold or some way to avoid extreme weather, please roll Constitution saving throw.
Do I have something that can help me?
Um,
I highly doubt that my cloak of many fashions is gonna help me. I can make it be a big fuzzy cloak.
Vicus, you're fine. Callum is quite cold for you. Alex, it's extremely cold for you. But there's
My
so
nips
far
are like glass cutters.
no negative effects as of yet. Same with you, Ed.
Yorn's got holes in his pants.
You
He's just
understand
like, "Oh."
prolonged exposure. will just
I
make
hand
this
a
worse.
blanket to Callum. I say, this will work in the short term, but we must find some sort of shelter.
I'll wear the blanket and just like presto and like Zippo lighter flame from on my thumb, just like walking. So what you said?
They're saying, what time of day is this?
It is undetermined because of overcast.
Okay. Give me 10 minutes and we'll be comfortable. Is that good, guys?
Perfect.
Do we want to sleep here?
Should we walk away from the circle though?
Yes.
Oh, in case someone else arrives. Yeah,
Seeing as
probably.
Yorn points to the bisected fucking T-Rex, and he's like, "Might be a good idea."
Okay. We're comfortable now. We're now we're now ice people.
Ed asking everybody to hold hands for 10 minutes. He ritually casts Endure Elements, giving you the ability to succeed all saving throws and resist the effects of the extreme cold.
That's fucking dope.
Or better yet,
Is that a cleric spell or is that a wizard spell that you have?
I think that's a cleric one.
If that's a cleric one, you have to have it prepared.
It's just people standing in a circle, just going.
Hold on. If it's a cleric one, he has to have it prepared to ritually cast it.
I have no idea. How do I do it?
I can't get the
Does it
elements.
have a check mark next to it on your spells?
Does it have a what?
Endure Elements.
Highlighted.
It's a cleric and a wizard spell.
Ooh. So he's lucky, basically, as is par for the course.
Technically, it would have to be in his wizard book, but he would have enough downtime to have done that. Your character would probably do that.
Yeah.
So. Yes.
Yeah, my character, he would have done that too. I'll go ahead and just add it to my spell book.
100%.
Yeah. No, Ed inherently already knows the spell. He would have spent the time to make it always available, knowing it's a ritual.
After the session or sometime during the week, I need to troubleshoot why I can't get elements or spells to import for me.
You need to have the source selected.
The World of Collaborative stuff?
No, it's actually Elementsters. It's a separate source. It's from a Jeremy whatever.
In my game earlier, I was having someone was having trouble importing from Elementsters. So.
Oh yeah, that's
might
why.
Not be I think it shouldn't be a permissions thing, but I could still do it as the DM, but my characters couldn't
update your plutonium, which means you also have to update your D&D version.
Updated it today.
Make sure you have the latest plutonium then, because it's only compatible with the latest D&D version. All right. So you guys are heading southwest then?
West. I rolled a 1. I still win.
All right. After holding hands and getting acclimated to the climate, you all begin your adventure into Asgard. A light snow covers the grounds, as does covers the trees and bushes and other vegetation around, as you all begin walking through the forest.
Can Ed pick out any landmarks or anything in the direction that we're going?
Nothing too noticeable other than the mountain, a lake or so.
I think God wants us to go to this mountain, but I don't really want Odin to know we're here.
The flat mountain? No, we're going in the opposite direction.
Okay. He just keeps mentioning mountain.
No, it's just he asked for landmarks, and a mountain is a landmark. Other
Just
than that,
one
it's wilderness.
singular mountain?
Correct.
Interesting. I vote we go to the big mountain standing all by itself.
Well, it's the flattened one.
No. Well, like I was saying, there's nothing in the direction we're heading except woods.
There's
as far as Ed can see.
There's one of the smokestacks that he's noticed. In that
I
general
have no
direction.
idea what those are.
It's a big, big tower
it's
that
like
lets
for
out smoke.
fire gets cooked. You put wood on fire and it warms a space.
It's like a big chimney.
Right, but what's it doing there? Why are they evenly spaced?
It's Snowpiercer. Chris Evans is over there.
Ah, the Lost Willy Wonka movie.
All right. Roll me a d20.
Those
On
are-
it.
we need luck. Would you like
It is-
the lucky
it
that?
is
He's
technically a
looking for
D20
my
roll.
reaction.
It is technically a D20 roll, so you can choose to reroll ones.
But I didn't roll a 1.
I know. I'm just, just in case.
Never tell me the odds.
Roll me a d6 minus 1. All right. Eventually, the sky becomes darkened after a few hours. Do you all choose to make camp or continue progressing?
I feel like dark is bad. We should probably make the hut.
Yeah, no, how long have we been traveling for?
A few hours.
And about what time did we leave the material plane?
Mid-afternoon.
Okay, so it's coming in the evening. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. Yeah, let's make camp for the night.
Passing through, you do notice other wildlife, such as deer, bears, and other things that seem to ignore you.
But no crows, right?
No crows.
Specifically 2?
Flying in a pair.
You cast Tiny Hut, which also protects you from the environment for the remainder of the night.
Yeah.
Also, for those of you that have not seen The Northman, you should do that because it's good. This episode of Collaborated World brought to you by The Northman.
I wish. I watched Doctor Strange instead. I need to know when Northman comes out. Unlike
I've not seen any.
That was the first movie I've seen in a theater since Overlord.
Oh God. Hey, Overlord was a good movie.
It was fantastic. I've watched it like 6 times.
Do you all continue to plan to travel on the same route until you reach the source of the smokestack?
Yeah.
Do we get a long rest?
You'll actually get 2, as it takes you 2 days to venture through the woods.
Well, before we start the second day, I prepared sending so that I could contact Mimir.
Yep.
All right.
I know it has a chance to fail.
Roll. Your message successfully connects. What would you
Gotcha.
like to ask?
Help us, Papa!
Mimir, we landed at a snowy anchor point for the Bifrost, saw giant lizards. We wanted to know which way to Thor.
New phone, who dis?
That was 24 words.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 24 words. You should add please on there.
Please.
Gotta make sure you get your sticker price for that stamp, bud.
You encountered early creations known as dinosaurs. There are multiple anchor points in the realm. No way to know without knowing which anchor point.
Dang
The snow doesn't give it away?
The ones near Mount Joy.
Yep. Wait, no. Oh, because I didn't take a long rest.
I can
I'm gonna
see. We
use-
can see Mount Joy.
I'm going to use a second third level spell slot.
Mount Joy was northeast of where we landed.
Yes.
Your spell connects.
Okay. Mount Joy was northeast of where we landed. Which way to Thor? Please, and thank you so much for your patronage and extreme knowledge, Mamiya.
Daddy, it's cold.
Because, Papa, I'm cold.
Thrudheim is to the east of Mount Joy.
We go that way.
About 4 days' travel.
We
But
went
need to go
west.
east. We went west.
So 6 days travel now.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be 5 days. Because the first day we would have changed spells.
4 days
then-
from Mount Joy, you don't know how long it would take you to get to Mount Joy.
Right.
Fantastic.
But it's 1 day more
Yes.
than that.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes. You got a long
Yep.
rest.
And so this is the... So on day +1...
Thank you for having Tiny Hattie and their elements so we don't die. Thank you, Ed.
Oh, you guys are welcome. You're too much.
Yes, Ed, thank you for providing everything that makes it able to travel.
I just felt like doing the Eric Cartman thing.
I love fucking tacos! You were muted the whole time.
No, it's not picking it up because the echo in here.
I have an idea. That might...
I was doing the taco flavor kisses thing. Just
Instead of oiling myself today, I would like to use my alchemy jug to make honey.
Oh, God.
And I would like to attract some animals and then speak with animals to see if I can find an animal that knows how far away Mount Joy is. Which I can, describe. I mean, the animals would be able to see the mountain that has a flat top.
Roll an animal handling check to not scare away the animals when you speak to them.
this is exactly how I'm envisioning this.
Funnily enough, I did take proficiency in this.
Yes.
So it's only a +3. Oh!
All right.
I'm making like come hithers.
This is a very interesting animal, as it looks like it's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But upon closer inspection, it has humanoid-ish hands. And is clearly would be able to grasp something with its front paws, so to say.
Pause.
Yes. You cast Speak with Animals, and it clearly speaks back to you telepathically.
Hmm?
Ah, a strange mortal to the realm of Asgard.
Wow, this is an educated dog. Ah,
Oh, the ancient psychic monkey. I've heard of these.
Let me see.
I'm glad to meet a creature of poise and elegance.
This is what it looks like. Oh, show players. There we go.
Ah,
Ooh.
ooh, interesting.
If Moon Knight was a dog,
Great Dane!
Oh, what's the name of those dogs that have the really long hair?
Border
The
collies.
Afghanis?
No. Do what?
The Afghanis?
Is that what it is? Really? I mean, they're showy dogs. They have like super duper long hair, though.
How may I assist you,
They're like
traveler?
straight-haired poodles.
We were wondering if you knew how long it would take to get to Mount Joy, the mountain with the flat top.
Or specifically through time.
What is your method of travel?
Our own 2 feet.
Ah,
My neck.
to get to Mount Joy from your current position, it will take you about 8 days.
Excellent.
Do you know a faster way to travel?
I would simply just teleport.
It just teleports away.
Could you? Well, I can't fucking talk. Will it talk to us?
I mean, I can
yes, I
translate
could
for
talk
you
to you
guys.
if I wish.
It just
Oh.
telepathically talks to you
Well,
guys.
You don't
Great.
realize what I am.
no, great Gandalf the Wolf. I do not.
Close.
But could you
I
teleport
am.
us?
I am a celestial.
Oh,
Typically, I don't find mortals straying off this far.
Do you like honey?
I was curious onto the scent, as we typically do not get that out.
I just have like a hand cupped with it, and I offer it. Like I'd pour it into his hand if he wanted it.
I can actually give you some fresh honey from my jug if you'd like a lot. How many gallons does it make, Yorn?
1.
I can trade you a gallon of honey if you can help us make that not 8 days.
What about beer? Do you like beer?
I can even give you mayonnaise. if
I
that's
feel like this is the
fair.
only reason why
Okay, can I
you can
like?
have opposable thumbs. is the-
can you imagine a
Wow.
gallon of honey? Like that's so much fucking honey. Would you like diabetes? Because I can supply that.
I can
I have
certainly.
a lifetime supply of diabetes.
What are you
milk
trying to
jug full of honey.
determine?
I'm trying to determine what this thing is. It's a celestial. Am I familiar with it at all?
You can identify it as a moon dog. That's about it. You
No.
don't really recall what they do, but you.
It sounds like
based off the
a
simulation.
rapper from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Moon dog.
Moon dog.
Honey is normally imported because the deities typically keep the realm too cold for natural production. Its
Would
scent
you
is
like
what
to
alerted
try
me
some?
to your presence.
Have you ever tried it before?
Oh yes, I've had plenty of honey over my time.
I just started. It is quite delicious.
But typically mortals don't just arrive to Asgard. What is your purpose here? Not everybody at once.
Telepathically, do you guys want me to just tell this thing that
I
We're
believe
here.
it can read your thoughts.
It
So
can
maybe don't
communicate
tell-
telepathically.
Because we can't talk. Yeah, we can't talk back telepathically.
Like, here's like, I feel like Yorn is so dumb. As soon as he's like, "Oh, why are you guys here?" In his head, he's like, "Don't tell him about the hammer. Don't tell him about the hammer. Don't tell him about the hammer." In his head.
Vicus
So if
speaks
he
up.
is reading his thoughts, that's what he's getting from Yorn.
Judged by your equipment, I would expect your response to be something about participating in the battles of Valhalla.
No, but that sounds rather interesting. What are the battles of Valhalla?
Odin's chosen warriors that have fell in battle are brought here instead of Helheim to a battle every day. At dawn, anyone actually is resurrected, which is why the deities cannot die here, nor can you all while you're here. If you are to succumb to battle while in Asgard, you will just be resurrected the next day. So these are Odin's chosen spirits that they spend their afterlife battling each other every day until Odin calls upon their service.
To
Even
clarify,
Frost, this
Anyone-
is your paradise.
anyone who is in Asgard, period, regardless of how they got here, are susceptible to this?
I have less levels of cleric than you, and I know this.
Uh,
How many books have you read?
I've read plenty of books. I'm just saying that, yes, the chosen are given this privilege.
No, it extends to all members of Asgard and the deities themselves. They cannot be killed while they are here on their own plane. It's the Vanir magic that Odin used.
Ah, yes. Okay. Well, good.
So long as Frigga is alive, I believe that's the case.
Good to know.
I need to roll a dice for Jordan real quick.
Are you gonna fuck the dog?
I can tell you if I rolled low, I wouldn't have asked to fuck the dog. But now the thought is going through Jordan's head. Like, I wonder if this is a boy or a girl dog. I mean, it has opposable thumbs.
Hey girl, what them thumbs do?
You know? You know?
I, as a person who owns thumbs, yes, I do know.
I do know what them thumbs do.
So again, what is your purpose here if it was not to participate in the battles of Valhalla?
Honestly, now that I'm here, I can't tell you. I'm overwhelmed.
Are you saying we're not going to do that?
What? Frost. I have no idea what you're speaking about.
I pull the sword out. When in Rome.
Do as the Romans do.
See.
Rome. Who are the Romans?
Another pantheon. We are here to
Heretics.
actually we're here looking for Thor.
Oh, you would find him in Thrudheim. That's where he spends most of his time nowadays.
I'm sorry.
Multiple gifts.
Where did he say?
Thrudheim.
Thrudheim. Oh, and that's northeast of here, correct?
That would be correct.
Gotcha. How long of a travel is that?
By foot, 16 days.
16 days. Very good. Okay. And you said he's entertaining various guests right now.
Oh, constantly. He loves to drink mead and eat.
Have you ever been invited to one of these parties?
I typically avoid social interactions.
This sounds like the greatest place ever.
Frost is in love.
Well, it really
I may not leave.
It really is the best.
cold. It's isolated.
And sir,
There's
or
fighting
madam, or
and drinking.
person of interest. I don't know your gender or assumed identity.
I do not have such a thing, for I am a being of pure energy.
Very good. Well,
I don't know why.
is there something that we could barter with you? That you might take us closer to that location?
I do not normally barter with humans.
Very well. But anything at all, we would be very grateful for such a gift as, less travel in lands such as these.
Provide me a tribute. If I deem it worthy, I will take you to Trondheim. If not, I will depart.
Yorn will immediately speak up. Be like, I would like to teach you a lesson in humanoid physiology and kinetics.
Vegas will just shake his head like, oh god.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm going to guide him.
25. The only thing I'm good at, besides
I'm
wrestling.
guiding him. 100% guiding him.
These are the same things.
Oh, okay.
We'll take his. You rolled it first. 26.
I rolled a natural 1.
The bard boinks again.
Yorn, rider of dragons, rider of Tyrannosaurus Rexes, fucker of moondogs.
Rider of moondogs.
It is
or ridee.
It is true that I have not spent any time studying the physiology of humanoids, as most of my time is
They happen to
dedicated
be a perfect example.
to hunting down evil creatures that wish to infiltrate themselves into Asgardian lands. I will accept this gift, this tribute, and then take you to Trondheim.
Perfect. What a specimen you are, Yorn.
This episode brought to you by YornHub.com. That is YJORNHUB.com.
This episode is also brought to you by reddit.com/r/don't put your dick in that.
He said it's made of pure energy. It's gonna be like putting your dick in a microwave. Like, it's just.
Oh, as the moondog changes shape.
Oh, do it.
It's just it just polymorphs into Yorn.
It is a half dog, half humanoid now. Think like not a scary werewolf, but like a humanoid dog.
Like Anubis, like a sexy werewolf.
Yes.
Yes.
As
indeed.
it becomes up to Yorn and starts removing your tattered clothes and began to examine your physiology.
Constitution saving throw. As is tradition.
While being examined.
Interesting.
I'm gonna cast Blink, so I just disappear out of this realm of existence.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, Yorn is not so easily contained by the touch of a celestial being.
It's all that energy, all right? It just goes straight through you.
Clearly.
You know that thing where you stick your finger up the butt and it's supposed to woo? Yeah. Just like that, only all over.
Fair.
Oh. I assume
just
most of the
saying,
party
guys.
walks away because the Celestial does not care. So
Neither does Yorn, obviously.
so let's just stick it around to watch.
I feel like you guys could probably go into Ed's tiny hut for a little while. Or
Yeah, not particularly watching.
Vicus,
But you know on
Vicus's
the inside
innocent
you're
mind
kind
has
of
that
interested.
curiosity. He has that morbid curiosity.
Yes, like part of Vicus wants to, but he knows that based on Yorn's like body language and his contextual clues that he doesn't need to be here.
Oh god.
Wisdom saving throw to see if you watch.
Wisdom, yeah, I'll do a wisdom saving throw. Am I smart enough to know better?
Natural 1.
Oh,
Very upset that I returned and I see all these guidance and blinks and shit.
I feel like Vicus is like doing like one of these
Yeah.
numbers. And then he like sees something and he's like, oh!
All you have to do is scroll up to where Yorn rolls a persuasion check.
Yorn is seducing the Moondog.
Yorn has bartered passage to Trondheim.
Indeed.
He is mounted passage, you say?
Yes.
Something like that.
Questions.
The great thing about Yorn's
like
side quests, if we get them done within 30 seconds of them happening.
Yes.
And the
Certainly.
question, does the Moondog howl at the moon?
The Moondog howls. Roll wisdom saving throw.
So does Yorn. Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
That's bad.
Oh, so unless Ed is around
Hey,
watching.
am I around?
If you're watching this going on, you're around. Otherwise,
yeah. Re-roll that, mofo. That's my reaction.
Yorn's watching. Okay.
Still not that good. I feel like this is like at the climax point.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah, no, I had to go look up what the howl did again, and it specifically banishes evil creatures.
Oh, Yorn is definitely not an evil creature.
Does Frost's sword disappear? I'm convinced that fucking sword is evil.
Frost, are you within 30 feet of this going
No,
on?
I'm not staying. I'm not staying around him fucking a dog.
It's not a dog.
Dog, thank you.
Hey, you never know when you're going to need a spotter, so I'm always there.
You shouldn't
You
body
always
shame
need
so
someone
much.
to cup it all.
Yes, indeed.
Callum is just blinking in and out of existence.
like,
Vicus is watching through his fingers. Ed is just like, well, you missed a spot.
Ed, let me turn the camera on for just a second. Ed is just like this. Come on, stay on. Stay on. There you go.
Wonderful.
All right. Passage has been bartered for, boys.
Thank you so much, Yorn.
Sometime later, the Moondog is satisfied with its understanding of humanoid physiology and agrees to take you all to Trondheim.
Yes.
Fascinating. Humanoid copulation.
As it gets on all fours, turns to the northeast,
And says, "Take me, Yorn."
It begins to howl in a different tone as you are all pulled across the landscape, flying above the trees, past Mount Joy, over numerous other dinosaurs of various shapes and sizes, and you find yourselves at the base of a large hold.
Whoa.
I wasn't asked if I wanted a counterspell, and I feel weird about that, but that's fine. That's fine.
Not a spell, it's spell like ability.
Shit.
I mean, you have to be willing, so if you're not willing to be teleported, then you could be left behind.
That's true. That's true.
Feel like it caught me by surprise.
As you look around, the Moondog is not to be seen. It is your group at the base of Thrudheim. Thor's hold. Thor and Sif's hold. A large building of stone and wood lay before you, with a statue of Thor, about 40 feet tall, wielding Mjolnir.
It looks like
Anyone around us?
You hear feasting and partying inside, as large metal bowls are filled with fire, lighting up the building on the exterior. It feels warmer being in this presence. 2 large wooden doors, about 20 feet tall, are closed. They're up the steps. The steps of stone lead to these doors.
Yorn looks at everyone and he says, "I don't think the hair's from me. Too much.
What?
Too much hair. Look at me. I'm like completely clean shaven. The hair was just, I don't know.
Are you just letting out hurt right now because the Moondog didn't come with us?
No. I feel like
Very
the only
well.
reason why he's saying anything is because the Moondog's not here right now.
I didn't like him anyway. No. So do we go in now? Well, they don't. They probably don't need rest as much as us mortals do. Do we just go in now with this party?
Technically, we shouldn't need rest anymore. We can literally just party till we die.
Well, the Moondog did specifically say if we die in battle, we'd be resurrected.
Battle's a party.
Unless, I mean, that's you're not
Amen.
incorrect. But just because A equals B does not mean that B equals A.
Hold on. In a very dumb moment, Yorn says, "Yeah, that makes sense mathematically."
Paul, what's your religion check for?
To see if Ed knows that we're all immortal in here, or whether we die in battle or not.
Ed is unaware. All of the legend and lore regarding the battles of Valhalla.
Well, if Yorn knows one thing, it's how to
should
party.
we just go in? Yeah, should we just go in? I mean,
yes,
And-
I'm sure they're just entertaining.
Rule number 1 of the party is act like you own the place.
I thought it was
Yawn?
to not fall asleep with your shoes on.
No, that's just a punishment thing.
Oh.
Unless you don't like your loincloth getting stuck in the ice bin.
Well, they would have to take it off of me first.
No, Now, why'd you fall asleep with the shoes on?
I wouldn't. That would be quite uncomfortable.
I don't know what's happening right now, but
I just heard that when you're
Lauren
in
is
parties,
struggling because he's like, this guy has to know what I'm talking about, right?
when
Like,
you guys don't, when you go to a party, they say don't fall asleep with your shoes on. I don't know why anyone would ever do that, because it would be uncomfortable to do so.
Dickus, you need to drink more.
I drink plenty, I just don't do so with other people.
the true measure of an alcoholic. All right. Well, and do we need? Does anyone need? Well, does anyone need a rest? Should we find a
Is
small
it-
little alcove here?
Is
below
it
the
alcoholism
fortress?
if it's part of your religion?
We didn't get a rest while he was fucking the dog.
Yeah, we had a long rest.
Rested, probably, at least.
We had at least
Well,
one.
I used 2 sendings and then blank as a joke, but I still used it on that day. So I'm out of third level spells.
It's a short rest, except for Yorn. Yorn was busy doing other stuff.
Okay, so I'll take a short rest and I can get back to I don't remember what it is, but I'll take a look here.
We get back 1/5. Your multi-class.
No.
Okay, you can get back 1/5 level spell slot, or like a second and a third, or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, shall we?
I pull out my Grimm mug.
Okay.
Yes, we shall.
You gotta come back over here anyway. Here, forgot about this.
All right. You all enter the hall.
I started them. I haven't run it yet.
Paul, you're not on mute.
We would announce ourselves before entering.
Is there anyone like watching the door or anything like that?
Nope.
Jordan just lets himself in.
All right. You open the doors to the hall, and that's where we'll call the session.
Yay!
Gotcha.
Oh,
Because I didn't think you guys were actually going to get that far tonight. So,
Jordan's penis does it again.
Yarn's penis does it again.
It'd be like that sometimes.
eat it.